Imagine hitting a month where your income was $0. Then it happens again and again, 6 times. That was my reality for half a year. So how did I push through those brutal months when money wasn't coming in from the business, aka online content creation, which is supposedly, as they call it, the new 9-to-5 job? Today, I am pulling back the curtains on an entire year, 12 months of ups, downs, and everything in between. You're gonna learn the real story behind my income as a full-time entrepreneur. You'll learn exactly what kept me going, the exact strategies that worked and didn't work for me, as well as the mistakes you wanna avoid if you do wanna pursue entrepreneurship. So just for some context here, this was my second attempt or my second pursuit at full-time entrepreneurship. The first time I did it, I was so not ready for it. I wasn't ready financially, mentally, emotionally. I was just constantly anxious and uncertain about things, even when things were going pretty well back in 2021 when I was teaching about investing. So after 6 months of that, I actually went back into a full-time job for another year, and that truly grounded me so much before my second pursuit of full-time entrepreneurship. Now this time around, your girl was ready for a comeback. I felt so much more prepared. I had more tools under my belt for a grounded nervous system. I had more developed entrepreneurial skills. So with that all said, let's talk about this past year's income. We're gonna be taking a look from August 2023 to August of 2024 because these 12 months are realistic, yet there's a lot of juicy learnings we can also dive in. So this is August of 2023. Now I'm not sharing with you all the numbers. Mind you, I am already sharing with you half of the exact numbers I have here, but they are in the multiple $1,000s range. And I just really want to put a focus and emphasis on the entrepreneurial learnings that I've had. So in August of 2023, my business, as you can see, was pretty busy. And that was because my YouTube video was going viral at the time, thanks to the algorithm, and people became pretty interested in working with me. But then in September, as you can see, my income dropped mainly because the YouTube algorithm stopped promoting my video. That was when I realized I didn't want my business income to be 100% dependent on whether the algorithm was showing my content to people or not. So I actually thankfully started my email newsletter around this period of time so that I could have more control. From September to December, I had 4 months of $0. During this period of time, I was showing up almost every single day on Instagram, but clearly my efforts weren't paying off in terms of sales. More on this later when we dive into the learnings. Now from January to February, you start seeing that spike in income again, and that was mainly because I launched my first live course. From March to April, I hit my next 2 $0 months, and that was because I wasn't really showing up online. I was traveling in Southeast Asia, I got sick for a few weeks, and I was really focused on serving people in my first live course. Now from May and into the summer, you start seeing things get really busy here, and you see the income spikes because I launched a new live course and I started working with new clients. And this all happened because of a couple of things. A, by this point, I had pretty much sent out 9 to 10 months worth of near daily email content to my people. And B, I stopped focusing so much on Instagram for sales. Instead, I really focused on YouTube. I started changing up my YouTube approach. I also got better at writing and selling in my email newsletters. And C, I was attracting returning clients. So clients who have bought a lower priced offer from me in the past would return buying a higher priced offer like a course or higher ticket coaching with me. And that just really goes to show how important it is to have lower priced offers. That helps with accessibility, and if people get a good taste of what it's like working from you, they really enjoy it, they're more likely to return and pay for even higher priced offers. So that was my past year, y'all, and now for my favorite part where I'm gonna dissect the learnings, and I cannot wait for you to extract some valuable juicy learnings from this section. All right, so first things first, we're gonna tackle the $1 million question: how did I survive $0 months? Your business income is not the same as your steady bi-weekly 9-to-5 paycheck. They say that most businesses on average don't return a profit during the first 2 years. If you want to build your business, be prepared for the possibility of no income during the first few months or even the first year of business, especially if you have tons of resistance with showing up online, sharing yourself, talking about money, selling your offers, and if you don't have entrepreneurial skills built up, which is very common because most of us have been trained for decades by society to be in the employee mindset, and that takes a little bit of some time to unlearn all of that. I was able to survive $0 months because a year before this second pursuit, I actually worked a full-time job, and on top of that, 2 side gigs while I was living at home for free, rent-free, which really helped me with saving up a lot of money in preparation for this venture. I also built a 6-figure stock market portfolio in my early 20s by investing in individual growth stocks, and that gave me the ability to extract money when I really needed it, which did happen a few times. And while I had those $0 months for business, I also worked a part-time position tutoring for a private high school. And just to be extremely honest and transparent with my living situation, my boyfriend and I ended our long distance relationship and we moved in together in July, August of 2023. And we talked about finances. He was happy to take care of the larger expense of rent while I was able to contribute to home things or grocery expenses. So I know I did have that privilege where I didn't have to feel immense pressure to make my business pay for these large bills. And if I wasn't living with him, I would be more than happy to live at home to save money as I'm building my business. And if I didn't have family supporting me, or if I didn't want to live with them, I would reach out to a friend here to live with them for a month, another friend there to live with them for another month as I build my business. I just think it's so underrated to talk about the importance of friendships and receiving help from other people while we are talking about money and wealth. And I think it's so important talking about this because I see so many people sharing online how they have quit their job without a backup plan, and that can be really dangerous for some people financially, mentally, and emotionally. So we've got to talk about the privileges that we do have. My best suggestion is to work a boring autopilot job, which I've discussed in a YouTube video, and make sure you're emotionally stable and you're able to take care of yourself financially as you're building your side hustle. And if you want to accelerate your journey with building your side hustle on top of your 9-to-5 job, I have a free 5-day email series called the Side Hustle Crash Course. It is linked in the description box below. I'm sharing with you the fundamentals of what you want to focus on as a side hustler, how to manage your time and energy, how to actually make money online, and so much more. We've had a lot of valuable insights and reflections from people doing the work in this free course. So the link to join is in the description box below. My second learning here is social media algorithms are unpredictable, so don't rely on them. As I shared earlier, at the end of August 2023, my YouTube videos stopped going viral and my income went down along with it. And during the 4 months of $0 months from September to December, I was showing up on Instagram every single day, creating content, selling my services, and really giving value, but I still wasn't seeing any big results. Instagram's algorithm wasn't showing my content to the people who have chosen to follow me online. And that was when I realized these algorithms are capitalistic and they were cock-blocking my relationship with my people. It's also worth mentioning that during my first pursuit of full-time entrepreneurship, Instagram was great for my business sales. It was pretty effortless for me to be seen and for me to sell my offers and have people buy in. Now, 3 years later, so much has changed in the environment. A lot of other people are also saying it's difficult for them to build their businesses on Instagram, yet I was very stubborn. I kept trying to show up, trying to replicate that success I had in the past. But what I've realized is that what's worked in the past doesn't always work today. And as entrepreneurs, we must be able to take a zoomed out perspective to look at the full picture of what's actually going on and be okay to pivot when things have changed in the environment. We do not want to be Blockbuster that got replaced by Netflix and YouTube. We want to be smart and look at what's happening. Thankfully, I started letting go of my attachment to Instagram and started focusing more on building my email community, where I had a direct line of communication to my people. If I sent out an email at 5 a.m. on Monday morning, my people would receive that in their inboxes. My third observation was that most of my sales came from emails, and I realized that emails are such a great place to provide deeper value and to create sales. People are just more likely to read through or skim through your email content compared to watch through your entire YouTube video or watch past the first 5 seconds of your Instagram reel. And because people are able to consume your content, when people have already received value from you and started seeing change before they've even paid you, they're more likely to trust that your paid offers are gonna deliver even better value. I just love emails. I don't have to get camera ready, have all the lighting, my makeup all ready. I can literally just type up an email without any designs, just black and white character words, and send it out very easily. And as a bonus, it's more likely to be seen by my people compared to my YouTube or Instagram, where the algorithm controls it. I really recommend having an email community if you are a creator or an entrepreneur online, or if you just have a business in general. Now, my fourth learning here is I was making $0 when I was traveling and when I was sick, and I did not want to continue trading my time and energy for money, just like how I did in all my previous jobs. So that was a light bulb moment for me to really focus on building a passive income system that could generate sales for me even when I wasn't able to show up that day. And for me personally, that meant creating YouTube videos and having email sequences set up in the back end so it could be doing the work of selling for me. My second last learning here is you gotta be patient. I started sending out emails back in September of 2023, and I only started receiving feedback and had people buy into my offers after half a year, 6 to 7 months of consistently showing up. It takes time to build trust and relationships. It takes time to extract and articulate your wisdom. It takes time to build confidence and courage. It takes time to experiment, to make mistakes, and to learn from them. And it takes time for all of these skills and things to compound to see your vision eventually unfold. Most people give up way too soon, and they haven't given themselves the opportunity for all of these things to compound and to marinate. So please be patient, trust in your journey, and keep on going. Now, my last learning here is whether you choose a 9-to-5 job or full-time entrepreneurship, it really comes down to what you can tolerate. A 9-to-5 job and full-time entrepreneurship both has its pros and cons. There is no right or wrong. It all comes down to what's right for you. If you want to be an entrepreneur, can you tolerate $0 months for 6 months or 2 years? Can you handle the ups and downs and the uncertainty? And if you want to work a 9-to-5 job, can you tolerate office politics? Can you tolerate a capped salary? Can you tolerate feeling unfulfilled and purposeless? I wasn't able to tolerate the risk of full-time entrepreneurship in the beginning, which was why I worked my 9-to-5 job while building my side hustle, which allowed me to build my tolerance and build the skills I needed for full-time entrepreneurship. Now, that's a wrap on my past year's income as a full-time entrepreneur. I hope that gave you a lot of insights into the journey of a full-time entrepreneur. And if you have any questions or any thoughts, please let me know in the description box below. I would love to know what your takeaway was. And as always, thank you so much for being here. I hope you take care, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.